Happy holidays. You are back here on another episode of Different Walk Series Talks. You're here with myself, Jessica, Autumn, Farah, and Markeisha. And today we're going to be talking about what defines sexy. What do we feel is sexy about ourselves? What's the difference between pretty and sexy? What are suggestions that we can give people to feel sexier? What's the difference between how we feel now being sexy and how we felt when we were a bit younger and maybe a little more naive? And how the definition of sexy changes based upon what relationships you might be in. So does anybody want to start with their definition?
Confidence. I've
I sec
always had confidence. I haven't really changed my opinion of myself since I was young because I've always loved myself ridiculously so that some people think I'm egotistical. But I've always had confidence and I don't really care what other people say. Like, if I love you, I'll take your opinion into consideration. But at the end of the day, this is my body. You don't live in it.
Yeah.
So,
What
yeah.
about you,
well
Autumn?
said.
What do you think sexy is defined as? What is the definition of sexy?
I second Farah.
Okay.
Confidence. Confidence within, inside, and then whatever's inside, it shows outside. And it's a mindset. Sexy is a mindset as well. Yeah. hmm
What about you?
Anything to add? Me? I think sexy definitely has a confidence factor, but I do think that like a not just confidence, like a feeling of how you define your sexual self. It's very hard for me to like articulate how I think of sexy, because even when I'm confident, I don't always think sexy, but there are times where I feel sexy but I don't feel confident. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think sexy is when you feel like you're desirable, when you feel like you are desired, and like I don't know, it's very empowering though. So
Hmm. Do
so,
you want to
um,
elaborate on that?
I I think it's one of those things where you're like, and it I don't know if you can call it like feminine power, or if you feel like you're just, I don't know, it makes you feel more than just confident, because I you can have confidence in different factors about yourself, but when you feel like you are desirable, and like it changes the way that you walk, the way you carry yourself, the way that you speak to people. When I feel like when I really feel sexy, there's this secondary persona that not everybody sees. And so it's much easier for me to then be more forward and be more confident in things that I'm asking for, especially in a sexual sense.
Okay, so you guys, I'm totally feeling that. Go for a walk with me. Just come with me, okay? There
Okay.
was the show on HBO back in the day. I want to say it was just called Gods or something like that. But one of the characters was like the divine feminine, right? She was like
Okay.
Aphrodite, basically. So it's a black
Mhm.
woman, afro, but the most alluring, appealing thing you could ever imagine walking. And then, like, when she was in that intimate act, this was a place of worship. So she was telling the guys to like worship her. So when you talk about like stepping into this almost different person, this different aura or persona, that's where my brain went to, right? So it's like when you are feeling very sexy, it's almost like this godlike, elevated, divine, feminine essence where you can do almost anything, there's no limit. And I think that's really what sexiness exudes is that confidence and almost, I don't know, just bringing it to a different level of consciousness, being, and elevation. That's probably when you're going to feel your sexiest, is when you feel powerful and unstoppable.
Yeah. I would definitely agree.
Mhm.
So
I think
what
Jessica
what
and
do
I
you
actually had a conversation about this once where she asked me, why do I think I'm so sexy? And if it came from somewhere else or from myself. And people have been telling me I'm sexy since I was pretty young, especially my eyes. Quite a few guys actually used to call my eyes bedroom eyes. And I never thought of myself as anything else. So that's partially where I got some of my confidence from being told so many times. And I guess that feeling just carried into adulthood since people kept telling me. And even I could be eating a pudding. They'd be like, damn, girl, eat that pudding. And I'd be like, it's just pudding. What are you talking about? I'm not trying to be sexy. I'm eating pudding. But sometimes, especially when you're younger, men just say the darndest things. And you could be eating cheesecake or pudding and everything you put in your mouth. It doesn't have to be a banana like on the TV shows. They just happy you eating something. And between your eyes and your mouth, if somebody's always commenting on it, then you just start feeling that way all the time.
I would
I
like
think
to
that
say
actually
that,
has it's a lot. It actually has a lot to do with whether you feel sexy or not. Because I feel like I had the opposite experience where like I didn't feel sexy for a really long time because everybody was like, "Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so sweet and innocent. Oh," like, and then it was hard for me to feel sexy. And then when I finally was like, screw that. I'm going to be confident in myself and like, especially when I got like very much good feedback from somebody, um, that was like literally like stop humming. Like when I'm watching a movie or doing anything, like sometimes I'm like, oh man, and I was literally just watching the movie, making regular life sounds, and they were like, "Get in the bedroom." I was like, "Oh, okay." Um, and that was like a confidence building, like very much you wouldn't think that that was much of anything, but that was a very confidence building thing. And so, like, being called innocent for a really, really long time and oh, that's so cute, that's so sweet, da, 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 made me be like, all right, well, I guess being sexy isn't it's kind of difficult. So I agree that like that positive or negative, I guess not negative reinforcement, but that reinforcement from the opposite sex can be very much a defining factor when you're developing those thought processes, and then when it carries over, then you kind of just have to figure out yourself. So
yeah. And just to kind of maybe jump ahead, I think it's important for us to create that narrative for ourselves, especially when you're young. Yes, you're learning so much, but as you get older, make sure you take control of your power and your
mhm,
narrative and decide what's sexy to you. Don't let someone else or other influences be the defining factor to what is your sexy because it's all relative, right? Like in your
mhm,
story, Jessica, you were saying you thought you were just doing regular everyday humming. But for that person, they are like, no, those sounds
they're
sound
like,
like, they brought it to a different place. So
yeah,
it's all very relative. So as you get older and you come into who you are, you decide the narrative. I don't care what they called you back then. Who are you right now? What do you
yeah,
decide today? That's what you live with, right?
yeah,
Don't let anybody or your past or whatever hold you back. You have today, you have right now, you make the most of it. You decide and you run with it. And you become that divine feminine goddess that can't be told nothing. Okay? Whatever
right,
that looks like, you do that. If it's
mhm,
freaking playing the violin that makes you feel sexy, girl, you better work that motherfucking violin.
mhm,
I want to see you do it,
right,
whatever it is. Just embrace it wholeheartedly and don't let anybody else define your sexy for you. You figure it out. Jump right in.
so
And if you
what
want
do
to
you
send me
guys
pictures, I'll support you.
what do you guys find sexy about yourselves? What are some attributes that you find sexy about yourself?
Mm.
I mean, like I said, I'm kind of egotistical, so every part of me is sexy, from my head down to my toes. That's kind of
Okay.
hard to define. I mean, even my attitude to me, sometimes I'm a little bit, witchy. Sometimes I'm nice. It depends on my mood. But either way, I guess I'm in a good enough relationship that no matter how I am, he's gonna find me sexy. So I
Okay.
am how I am. Sometimes you wake up with that bedroom hair and that's what's gonna get him. Sometimes you actually go ahead and get cute like right now, and that can get them too. So it's definitely a confidence booster having someone who thinks you're sexy no matter how you look, whether it's
Yeah.
with spit all up your face from just waking up or putting on a little bit of lipstick. And when I was younger, a lot of people used to always tell me, especially some of the friends that I had back then, you need to wear makeup. You need to wear makeup. And I just really couldn't get into it. Here and there, I'll wear a little bit of lipstick now, but I still can't really get into the eyeshadow or the whole makeup face. It's itchy to me. Sometimes I still have women tell me, hey, you're at that age that you probably need to start learning how to put on makeup. And I say, are you going to do it? 'Cause I'm not going to. I see how much time it takes, and I'd rather be doing something else, like playing with my daughter or cooking or cleaning or just anything else that I know some women don't mind taking the time to put on makeup, but to me, that's extra time that I don't have. And I rather just, this lipstick took all of what, 2 minutes? I had to try and figure out how to clean the sides and stuff, but past that, I don't do
I feel like
makeup.
people need to stop making recommendations to others about how to be happy and how to live. Because if it makes you happy
Absolutely.
to put a full face of makeup on, do that. If it makes you happy to put some lip gloss on and walk out the door, do that. If all you need is chapstick, do that.
And I know you've
Whatever it
gone
is
through
that
this
makes you
before, Jess, as
happy.
well. Some people tell me, why do you keep your hair curly? Straight is sexier. And I'm like, it depends on how I feel and whether I want to sit at the salon for 6 to 7 hours. I don't always want to go sit at some salon and get my hair
Yeah.
straightened for it to last one week.
I mean
If I
that
feel like it, that's fine. But
happens every
sometimes
time
I don't feel
we
like it
straighten our hair. They see how long it is and they're like, "Why don't you do that all the time?" But that's
because it takes a long time.
that's other people's opinion about how you feel. So, but Autumn, what about you? What attributes make you feel sexy, or what attributes are about you do you feel are sexy?
When I was coming up, I used to get bullied about my lips.
No. Those are
Yes.
gorgeous lips.
I didn't know it at the
They
time.
were jealous.
Did not know it. I'm a youngster. Used to get bullied about my lips. You got big lips. Da 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 da. Big lips, right? I hated my lips. Lord Jesus, I hated them. But as I grew into my young, teenage self and young adult woman, I started to grow into my attributes. I love my eyes, my lips, my skin tone, because I used to get picked on about my skin tone too. Yeah. So there was a
Yeah.
whole lot of stuff that I didn't know it at the time could have been jealousy. And it made me feel really bad and down. So now that I'm an adult woman, I love everything about myself. Everything. I think I am the sexiest thing walking. And I don't need no man to tell me that I am or I'm not. I carry this attitude about myself, even on days where I don't feel like doing nothing. I slap on some lip gloss and, put on some eyeliner or whatever and walk around in some sweats and some sneakers. I'm still sexy, you know. I think it's like I said, it's a mental, it's a mindset and it's confidence. And we live in a society where the patriarch has put standards all across the board for women on how we should and shouldn't look. And I believe that has created a lot of chaos within ourselves because we're trying
Mhm.
to obtain this standard according to men. We can be the most gorgeous women walking the earth, but if you don't fit in this little box that they put you in,
Mhm.
you're not considered sexy or beautiful or gorgeous or whatever. And
Yeah.
we need to break out of that mentality. Also, I miss the days where each of us was original. Our sexiness was original. Everybody was sexy in their own way. Now everybody looking like cookie cutter people, you know. Everybody looking the same, same hairstyles and same outfits and the BBLs and all this ridiculous stuff that we
What's
think,
a BBL?
Huh?
Brazilian butt lift, yeah.
yes, yes. If you ain't got no ass at all, you got the Nassau syndrome.
And then
Some people
unfortunately
are,
now,
some people, yeah,
But
some people have that affliction.
I never understood why
yeah.
people have to have ass because let me tell you something. I went to this
That's
strip
because
club
you've
once
always
and there was
had
this,
ass, Sarah.
no, but
You,
let me tell you, one of the sexiest women I have
fucking
ever met.
privilege.
She was a straight pole, but the way she danced on that pole, dear Jesus, she was so sexy. When I tell you this woman clicked her heels and she didn't have to have any body. It was just the way she was carrying herself. I
Mhm.
couldn't even stop staring. I was just like in awe because she was not the normal, she didn't have any kind of breasts. She had no butt, but the way she
She had
danced, oh my
she had
goodness.
confidence.
I was like, you can have all my money. Take that, man.
Oh
So
goodness.
I'm just
That's
saying, like, you
hilarious.
don't have to have butt to be sexy. You just gotta think you're sexy.
Yeah,
But
but
You don't
it's
have
sort of
to
in the
have
big
but
thing
that's
right
breasts.
the
now.
standard it looked
It's
like.
a huge
That is
thing
one
right
of the
now.
standards.
And
You walk out in
yeah,
the world today and you see a lot of us beautiful black women have configured, or not, what's the word I'm looking for? We done all these things to get the gaze of the male's eye, the BBLs and the breasts, and
the lip
these are natural,
fillers,
by
the
the way.
breasts, and the
Yeah, these are natural. But yeah, the breasts, the hair. It's like we walk now. There's a lot of walking cartoons. Like, where's the originality at? Back in the '90s,
I
everybody
mean,
had different hairstyles, different looks.
so
Pancake
I
booties
do
and
think
big
I do
boobs.
think that if people are doing it for themselves,
But majority of
it's
them
fine,
not.
right? But some people aren't doing it for themselves is because they want to look like a specific other person that they see, or a specific genre of people, or something. I do think that if it comes from a place of lack, like they feel like they're not good enough, I do think that like that can be very detrimental. But
Yeah,
if you're doing it for you because that is how you feel like your best you is, do what you're gonna do. I feel like doing it for yourself. Go get that like breast lift, or go get that, those Botox whatever it is that makes you feel fantastic. But if you're doing it because you're like, yeah, but he won't like me anymore if I start getting wrinkles.
but it's the
He won't like me.
pressure. It's
He
the
would like me
But
pressure.
better
wrinkles
if
show
I had
how
ease,
wide you getting. I love my wrinkles.
It's the
Yeah.
pressure.
But
I'm not saying that they
yeah.
they don't love themselves, but a lot of people
Well,
feel pressure, like a
some
lot
people
of women.
genuinely don't though. And so that's the difference, I think. If you're doing it for someone else, then that's where I do think that, like, with those sorts of appointments, there should be other considerations. Like, we should be talking about like what the mental health around it looks like, what their social situation is, and that sort of stuff. Because if there's something else that they feel like they have to do that
I don't
is
think
something
they have
that can be
to,
addressed.
but it's like there's been a
Yeah.
significant increase of women
Yeah.
with BBLs. Where did this come from? Back in the '90s and before, we was content with the way our body looked. Okay, we
So
was content.
I don't know if it was before this, but I feel like around the time that Nicki Minaj got hers, like people like
Wait, that's
were like,
fake?
yeah, yeah, Nicki
Oh Lord, I'm about to die.
Nicki Minaj is very open about the fact that she wanted it, so she went and paid for it,
You
and
know
that's
I don't
fine.
be
That's
paying
100%
attention.
fine.
But
So,
she does look
but
nice.
I don't know if it was before that or not, but I feel like I paid attention to it after that, and that's when I saw like the uptick. And I don't know if it just became part of like the culture, so it just
Yeah.
made it more normalized.
Well, personally, I
Maybe
think
that's just my
T-balls and
thought
left
process.
eye were really sexy.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes,
that's
There was
yes.
something
I
special
used to
about the
Natural
love
beauty.
90s.
being. I
Being
was a
90s
tomboy just
sexy.
like you.
Natural beauties.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, nothing quite like
And it
90s.
Exactly. And
I also
everybody
feel like
was
those of us
different.
that have a butt, now we
Everybody
get
was
asked
different.
very weird questions about whether or not it's real. Like, I've been asked, "So yours looks very soft. Is it real? Can I touch it?" It's real, yes. No, you cannot touch it to see if it's real. What's wrong with you?
Mm,
Like,
Because
Yeah,
there's
that's
and
so
a
then
many
very
fake asses walking
sensitive.
around. They gotta ask. There's so many fake asses. They don't know
I've
the
never
it's
gotten asked
weird.
real and
that.
I have gotten
I
asked
don't think. Look,
if I've
I
gotten a
don't think I've
BBL.
gotten it.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Like,
look. I got a small
what?
booty and I love my little small petite booty. I don't care. I
There
am
you
not
go.
gonna pump it up for nobody. My little physique fits me just fine, just fine. And if
That's
somebody
good.
don't like it, they get and move it along.
Hmm. Wale has a song
Mm.
that
Yes.
says she got a little butt, so what? And I'd be like, I feel that. He is so real. He is so real for that.
That's what. So, Markeisha, what about you? What things about yourself do you feel are sexy?
Oh, the things that I find sexy about myself are my eyes, my lips,
Mhm.
and then, just how I feel when I'm in my element. When I am, oiled up and got glitter everywhere and smelling good. Like I put a little Gucci on because the whole thing was, okay, we're gonna be sexy. So even though you guys can't smell it, I had to make sure I put a little Gucci here, a little Gucci there, because of being
Mhm.
in that element and just like I don't
Absolutely.
know, just feeling myself. I'd be like, yep, sexy AF. It can't nothing
Mhm.
stop me right now. Yeah, just putting myself together and and relishing in me makes me feel sexy.
Yep.
Okay, I like it.
Yes,
And I
girl.
smell you over here, by the way. You
Thank you,
smell
babe.
good.
Yeah. I did it for you.
Uh,
What do you think is sexy about you?
so the things that I find are sexy about myself, my shape. So like I have an
Mhm.
hourglass.
She got that Coke bottle situation over there, and I've
Mm.
always hated her for that. Oh, so sexy and make me sick.
I do have a nicely sized derriere. So that I've been told. So one of the things that I've been told. So high heels make me feel sexy. Like it gives me confidence. It changes your gait when you walk. And so I've been told that I think I've mentioned it before on the podcast, but I've been told that only in heels do I get the 4 dimensions of movement that are necessary for my ass. Like then I get all the directions.
You have
Well,
beautiful legs as well to match everything with you.
I
And
have
I keep
mm,
telling you to
large
wear
thighs.
heels. Keep it.
So I am
I just
getting more confident in all of that.
as you
I used to
should, because
really like my
even without
collarbones.
heels, even if you're standing still, girl, that thing be thangin'. That thing be thangin' back there, girl.
Oh my goodness.
You might not
In
know
the
because you can't see it, but
2000s,
we can, and we be like, yeah, hell yeah.
in the early 2010s, I used to get a lot of those songs where like they would walk behind you and do the songs about ass. What was the one that
Did you do the Sir Mix-a-Lot? Did
Let
it
it on your
Sir
booty go,
Mix-a-Lot
girl.
got you all the
I
time? The
have
Sir
gotten
Mix-a-Lot?
that. I've gotten that. I've gotten somebody pull it up on their phone and just stand beside me and play it, which is
Bounce that
very
ass,
odd.
touch your knees, touch your elbows.
I've gotten quite a few very
Ooh,
odd. Like I've definitely gotten more than once the old one that everybody has heard. Girl, you got a bright future behind you. Definitely got that one.
amen.
And I said
Amen.
we were joking at work and I mentioned that. And I realized that I'm old because somebody was like, "That's hilarious." I was like, "How old are you?" They were like, "Why does that matter?" I was like, "Because that sounds like the first time you've ever heard it." And they're like, "It is. Didn't you just come up with that?" All right, that's how old I
It's
am.
They
You
okay.
aging
not o
us.
Sweet babies.
look, you not old. Don't
We classic.
Girl, I'm okay with being old. God done blessed me for 40 years. 40 years God done blessed me with. He
Mhm.
might bless me with another 40. I'm gonna tell everybody my age.
I'm
I
young.
don't care.
I'm
Ask me.
young.
I'm older than I was yesterday, and tomorrow I'll be older than I am today.
Old is how
And
you
I'm gonna keep on
feel.
getting older, and I'm good with that.
It's just a
That
And
number.
is a very good point. Old is how you feel.
You
People
know,
be like, that's
Like,
speaking
your age.
speaking
I
of
remember.
old and young, so when I was younger, I used to dress I used to dress like a tomboy for a long time. And as I started to get into my early 20s, some of my friends wanted to dress me because they thought I was cute and they wanted to show off my body more. And I would let them put me in these little mini skirts with sneakers and these little crop tops and stuff. But as I got older, it's really not necessary to be half naked. I actually think the more clothes I wear, sometimes some women pass me and the less clothes I see, the less I'm gonna think someone's sexy. When I see you covered up so you could give me some mystery, dear Jesus help me. That's so sexy.
and I would love for
Just
us to bring that back. I really do. Because everything is just out there on display. And don't get me wrong, to each their own, right? But
yeah.
as I'm getting older now, for me, I can't speak for nobody else. I like to dress up because I want that mystery about myself. I'm like, oh,
Exactly. I want to open the gift. I don't want to just I don't
yeah,
want everybody to see my
well,
daggone gift.
I want
Let
to
me
see.
open that
when we were
box.
younger, Markeisha told me, and this is young Markeisha told me, she was like, "So I don't do like tube top on the top and like short shorts on the bottom. What I do is I do one or the other.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna do something a little revealing on the top, wear some jeans, wear some nice slacks, some jeans or something, or a nice skirt
Tease
that's
them.
long enough.
Yeah,
Or
give
if
them
you're
a
gonna
little
wear some
taste.
little short shorts, like cover up on the top so that you focus on the one area. You got your long legs with the heels on, and then you focus on the statuesque legs, and then you're
Mhm.
covered up on top. And then if you're gonna do that, you can also pair it with a nice long necklace or something that'll kind of frame you. And so I always took that. I was like, that's like genius.
It
That's
is.
awesome. You
It's the
don't
element
like
of
you
surprise.
don't go all
Variety,
crazy one way or the other.
Element of surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I was pregnant, quite a few women got on me for wearing all my clothes. And there was one girl in particular at Universal who told me, she was like, "You'd be a lot sexier if you showed your belly." And I'm just not from that generation. So I told her, "You could do that, and that's okay. I'm not gonna knock you. But I feel sexier with all my clothes on, especially my belly is only for my man. Like my family members can see it. 'Cause, they might visit me and maybe I'll have on some shorts and a t-shirt at home. But to me, being pregnant for me, being sexy was covering up and letting him see my sexy
Yeah.
side. And I know a lot of women nowadays, they're like, "Oh no, I gotta show off my belly." But for me being sexy for me and my man, it was covering up. And I know I may get knocked for that because a lot of women think that it's okay, and it is okay. It's up to you what makes you feel sexy. But for me, when I'm pregnant, I like something covering all of it up. So that way when I get home, he can unwrap his gift. And that's just me. I mean, look, I'm in my 40s because Jessica's my baby sister, y'all. So she says she's 40, so y'all could guess my age. But the more the better for me. I like when I see a woman with a dress to her knees so I could try and think of how thick her thighs are. Or when she's covered up and you can't tell how big someone's breasts are. So many people would be like, "Oh,
I
you look
can
like a little
be
breast
looking.
person." And then when they see my breasts and they're like, "Wow, those are actually pretty
Booyah!
big." I'm not going to show everybody my breasts. It's not for everybody. So they're for my man. He could see how big they are. He could see they're more than a handful. I don't need you to tell me whether I'm an A, B, C, or D. That's not for you. My treasure was meant for one person. And I know a lot of people like to share their treasure, but I was taught differently. So for me, sexy is being covered up and waiting till I get home for him to see the treasure. And like I said, I might get
I
knocked
think
for it,
it's
and that's
yeah.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's a personal thing. Like if you feel sexy, putting something a little more sheer on and going out and about, as long as you are legal, you know, the
Hmm.
legal in age and legal in clothing, make sure your good bits are covered up underneath. As long as you're illegal and you are of age, if that's what makes you feel sexy, do what makes you feel sexy. But also don't like overdo it just to try to feel like oh maybe this will make me feel sexy because I don't have the confidence, I don't have the feeling behind it. Maybe I just need to overdo it because I feel like I've done that in the past where I was like maybe I need to force that feeling, which I've always been very conservative. So if I was gonna be sexy for like a significant other, I was like, oh, maybe I just put on very little clothes. And then I realized that like that's not the feeling of sexy. I mean, that might be the look of sexy, and that can like it that can elicit a specific response, but then I still don't feel the empowerment that comes from truly being sexy, if that
And
makes
I
sense.
think
Hmm.
you and I talked about this, Jess. If I do wear a dress that's short enough that you can see my sunshine when I bend over, I put on pantyhose or some type of thick type of stockings. So that way I don't necessarily like wearing shorter stuff nowadays. Sometimes on date night, there's clothes from when I was younger that I still have. I put it on. I'm like, I need some stockings. And Jessica always laughs at me because like, I can't believe you still wear pantyhose. Well, it makes me feel sexy. I stick on those stockings
I can't.
with my heels and boy, you can see the silhouette of my legs, but you can't see my sunshine. I don't like showing my sunshine. That's not for
Well, you
everybody.
know what? There's a whole lot of sunshine that be walking around here. I'm like, what in
Man, I
the
was at
I
a
mean,
water park,
you know.
moogly moogly is going
and
on?
when I tell you, I forgot for a moment that we were at a family place because this woman walked around the bed with her thong bathing suit, and I was like,
But that's different. That's different. If you at a water park and you seeing all the sunshine and the rainbows, that's different.
mm,
Everybody's supposed to show their sunshine and rainbows at the
Right.
there's
water park.
there's
You
some
know?
sunshines and rainbows, but a
Is
thong
the
is a
rainbow
bit
at the
much
front?
for me.
At
For
the
me, it's a family
water park,
place.
sunshine and rainbows. It's like at a beach, sunshine
She
and
said it was
rainbows.
a Disney
You know,
water resort. She
but
said it was
if you were
I
showing
think
your
for a
sunshine
sunshine
and
adult water
and
park, it
rainbows,
would
rain.
have been good.
no,
But for me, since I think it shocked me more because it was a family place. Like I didn't know you could show your cheeks at a family water park. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I gave her props though, because I said, "Girl, that confidence, yes, whoa, a thong in
I'm
public."
happy
When we
sunshine
were
and
younger,
rainbows.
look,
College
thongs were new when
stuff.
we were younger. So, wow, the confidence. Get it? Please don't let any
Oh,
of my
I do
babies
have a
see it. But
question
ooh,
though. I do have a question for you guys. So this is kind of off script. So I saw a post recently that when somebody is larger or they're not like standard pretty and somebody says, "Oh, I wish I had your confidence." That it's actually them
what?
people talking down to them.
Well, not
Why?
necessarily when they say, I wish I had your confidence, but when they say, where do you get your confidence from? That is a backhanded
Because
compliment.
thicker people look better. Like
Yeah.
when I was younger, so I'm
Well,
one of the
no.
skinniest ones in my family, and I've
Well,
always
wait.
told Jessica this.
So
I'm jealous of thick people because y'all just born,
no, well,
y'all
the
born
thought process
sexy.
though.
Just saying,
So, well, the
born
thought process there
sexy.
though is that they're saying it is a backhanded compliment or like a hidden insult that they're saying that I can't believe you have confidence with wearing that sort of
But
thing,
why?
rather
Remember
than
back in the day, queens prided themselves on how big they were because that meant you had money. If you weren't big, you were poor.
There's still
I'm just
quirky like
saying.
that. However, back in the day,
Thick
there's still
women
quirky
are where it's
influencers.
at. That's how you know that she's a happy woman. If you thick, you happy. You got some good. If you skinny, it's because you're not eating right because you're not happy. I mean, I'm not saying that's how it is nowadays, but for a long time, I couldn't stand being skinny. Being the skinny girl in my family was like, girl, you need to eat. Girl, go get a plate. I already ate. You need some more food. Remember when I think in my early 20s, I worked really hard to get thick. Like really hard. I used to eat and go to sleep because I wanted to be thick. Because to me, thick is so sexy. It's like, how can you not have confidence if you have a little bit of chunk? More cushion for the pushing, damn it. It's so sexy. But not to say that skinny people aren't sexy. Because like I said, that girl at the club, she pulled me over. She pulled me over to think, okay, both sides could have some sexy people. But I've always thought the thicker the better, because it shows that you're happy to me. I know a lot of people be like, oh, it's health issues and this and that. But some people were just born to be thick. Some people weren't meant to be skinny. Some people
I
look
was called
ridiculous
olive
skinny.
oil.
They stay thick and it's so sexy and then they get skinny and you're like, what happened to my
you were
sexy?
really slender.
I was called
You were really
olive oil
slender.
growing up.
Oh, me
Yes,
too.
Okay.
Olive oil,
olive oil.
string bean, high chair.
High chair is crazy.
They
High
were
chair.
cool, weren't
High
they?
chair is crazy.
You you remember in middle school that girl that used to call me hot chair? People were
Damn.
so
I
mean because I've
don't.
always been little.
I do not remember that. Yeah, but when you're thick when you're younger though, there's a different type of struggle. I had some jackasses in middle school who when I walked in my class every single day, as I walked, they would go boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
And
The
like
jealousy was real. That's all it
what
was.
assholes, number one. If you're watching this and this was you were a little shit in middle school.
Yeah, why'd you mess with her?
And hopefully I know at least one of y'all turned out okay. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But, um but that's what I'm saying. So like you get different types of struggles. Like or some random person saying, "How do you carry all of that? You must be tired all the time." But
Lame.
But you know what?
Tomatoes,
Secretly,
tomatoes,
those were the
tomatoes.
kind
Don't,
of people. If it was guys, they probably had a crush on you and didn't know how to tell you.
ew.
Mm,
man,
Gross.
still
Guys,
jerks.
don't do that.
Still
Grow up.
jerks. Like my
mm.
goodness.
Do better.
Yeah, ew.
Like
We're going to start swinging on people soon. So y'all better cut it out. Get tired of it. Just saying.
uh,
The
Oh,
look,
comments
I
it
used
being
to
took
take
thrown.
them out.
it wasn't
Get
until
swung
I
I took
on.
started
plenty
hanging
of them out
it
back in the
wasn't
day,
until I started
Keisha.
I thank you. Good job.
dressing
Good job,
different.
babe. Say what?
Don't mess with my baby sister.
We don't play that.
I said it wasn't until I started hanging out with Markeisha that I started dressing different because she was like, "Girl, you better show off that body."
Because she just had all that body and she was wasting it. I was like, stop. You're not going to use it. Give it to me.
Hmm
I used to
I
have
use
my
it.
favorite
Please.
outfit was this huge like 2X Calvin Klein shirt
Yep.
that was like to my knees, and this pair of
I
jeans
think
that
I still
that
have a
wouldn't
picture with
stay up
you in it right
unless I
now to
put the
this
belt
day.
all the way to the end. That was
I
my
Yeah.
think
favorite
I still have
outfit
a picture
until
with you in
like
So
it
And
usually
she
on
ninth
a
wouldn't
real
grade.
listen to
talk,
us. And she wouldn't listen to her sister. She was like, y'all just
Yeah.
biased. No, we not. Everybody else is jealous because you're so
So
amazing.
number one, you are biased.
That part is
That
true.
doesn't
No,
change.
I'm
But
not.
they
You
were
were just
also
born
still
wonderful.
right. They were biased and correct is the thing that you are missing. Okay? Yes,
Biased.
biased. But
All
also,
right.
yes, correct. Yes. They could be both things at once.
They were just
Gotcha.
jealous because
Okay.
my baby
Okay.
sister was born this way.
I just
yeah,
say you just got it
haters.
naturally.
They were
Mm,
haters.
mm.
Natural haters. So, what suggestions do you guys have for other people who want to feel sexier?
Play
You were
around.
born sexy. Don't let nobody take it away from you. Stop letting
Yep,
these people
Right.
talk about you.
yep.
Everybody was born sexy in their own right. Everybody has somebody
Yes.
for them.
And
There's
don't
people
take
with
it too
muffin tops
serious.
that a man is looking for that muffin top. There's people with no breasts that a man is looking for a little titty person.
Little
There's
itty bitty
always
titty
somebody
bitty.
for, yes, there's seriously like, there's so many different
The way
fetishes
you
and
say it,
men
though.
that like different things or even women that like different
Hmm.
things.
Yes.
Nobody should
Everything in
ever feel like
between.
you're not sexy. You were born sexy. Can't nobody take that from you. We are all created in God's image. And I'm sure he thinks he was sexy because he made us. And so we all sexy. Just go ahead and get it in your head. Just every morning you wake up, look in the mirror and say, I am sexy. Ooh, look at this. Damn, my eyes look good. Ooh, look at that nose. Ooh, these lips. Yes. Yes. Just tell yourself yes.
So,
Like it should be
the
that way.
association with that is remove yourself from situations where you're getting negative feedback from people uh who don't appreciate who you are,
Yep.
because that will kill your confidence. It'll kill what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do nothing but give yourself positive feedback, and then somebody is right there fighting against all of it and telling you all of these things, and you not on my level, or you I mean, you would be cuter if, or maybe you should just try this and maybe you'll be cute, or you could be sexy if. Nah, remove them from your life.
You don't even
You
have to
you
ask
And
people
probably
what
are.
you
even if
look
it's your
like. Look
Right.
in the
family,
mirror and tell yourself.
sometimes
Absolutely.
it's
Some people,
family
well, some
though.
people provide
Sometimes
their
it's
opinions
family.
without being asked.
Sometimes it's
True.
family.
And
You
that's
be
when you
Sometimes it's
look
careful
at
with
them and
family.
family,
say,
okay?
are you
If it's
talking about
family
yourself?
messing with you, oh, you so ugly, this, that, and the other, just know internally you're human, you're a beautiful human inside and out. Because sometimes the traumas that we have about our physicality and how we look at ourselves, it starts at the root, which is our family.
100%.
And we got to be
Let me
careful with
tell you
that.
something about family. If somebody in your family says you funny looking, look at them and say, well, I look like you. I almost said a
You're
bad
not
word.
gonna say that, or your mama gonna knock your teeth out, okay? Your mama gonna knock your teeth out, but you got some real
If
toxic
your
If
mama's
shit,
talking to you like that, then it's time
you
to
know.
so,
cut her off, especially if you're grown. Dear Jesus.
here's the thing. If you
Mama's
old enough to
supposed
be
to build
watching
us
this
up.
podcast, you probably old enough to be on your own. So it might be time to cut off your family members. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, and sometimes, especially if you live together, you might have to go ahead and make a plan, make an exit plan to go do you separately from that. But there is a point at which, even when it's family, you have to be like, all right, well, I can love you from a distance.
Boundaries are
I
very
I will
important.
love you here. Yes,
And
your
consider
boundaries
this. If
are
your mom or
huge.
your dad tells you you funny looking, think about it like this. Your mom thought your dad was good enough looking to give him some, and vice versa. You look like them.
Yeah, that
Whether
math
it's a
is
perfect
mathing.
mix,
I'm sure
more
that's
mama,
always
more
the
papi, like seriously,
That math
you
is
took
mathing.
after them. So you saying that you didn't have good taste when you was younger because you was all up in it to make me.
Facts.
Hmm, hmm.
That is scientifically accurate. Everything
Oh
she's saying
God,
checks out.
oh God, help it.
Just saying, like, you
You
made
gotta
me.
know.
How you gonna call me ugly? Have you looked in the
oh
mirror lately? Because
goodness.
people tell me I look just like you.
I
But a
mean,
lot of
just
people
being the devil's
experience
advocate
that.
there, people look much cuter when you're in love with them. There's like there are people who like you when you're like, oh, this is my baby, and then
Yeah.
afterwards when you don't like them no more, you're like, they're okay.
They're
That's not your
okay.
child's
I
Like,
problem. You should
you
never put your
know.
child down. Your child is beautiful because they were born into this world.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
Like
not
that's
talking about the
seriously.
child. I'm
self-regulation.
talking about the partner. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
partner. Like
Yeah, but if you're
sometimes
talking about
you're
your
with
child,
somebody and
if you thought the
no,
person was funny looking
no, I don't.
after the fact, that's not their problem. Don't take it out on
I
the
don't think
poor
you should be
child
putting down your child either way.
ever.
Regardless of whether you think, what you think about your partner, you shouldn't be putting your even if look, if you genuinely have the ugliest child on the planet, and obviously somebody's gotta have it because it's gotta exist, right? There's gotta there even if I had the ugliest child on the planet, I'm still gonna tell them they are yes, you are beautiful. Yes, yes, you're a beautiful person. This is there's somebody for
Hmm.
everybody. You know what? Maybe even if I'm like, you have beautiful eyes, you have beautiful skin, you have a beautiful
You got a
nose.
beautiful hat.
I love the way your
That hat is
eyebrows
so
curve.
nice.
But this is a
Right?
kind of generation. We're a kind of people. I'm talking about yesteryear generations where our mamas, aunties, grandmas, daddies didn't care. You would call us all kind of crazy ass
Mm.
names and stuff just to base on our looks. I get, it's under my skin right
I
now
feel
when
like
it's
even
sex stuff,
in that
but
generation, it was certain people. Cause my mom, I learned the way that I talk from my mom. I call all children my love, honey, sweetie, baby. All of her heard. My mom, she can't call us the wrong name because she don't call nobody name.
but you
Honey,
had a
hey
good
baby,
mom.
hey
Some people
sweetie.
have the wicked witch of the
I had a
east and
great mom,
west.
but when we came here to Florida, that was when we got into that culture where people like, "Hey, ugly, what's up?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, Florida's a different place.
Wait, what? This is like."
Whew.
I was
It's not
like,
just
"Who? What?
Florida. It's
Where
not
did you
just
do
Florida.
that at?" And then
Florida.
like people got in like middle school, and then people want to do that too. I was like, "Oh no,
But I used to tell
Not me.
Jessica, and I know this is just me because I have ADHD and I just didn't really care about people's opinions and stuff. But if somebody calls you ugly, look at them and say, I must be a reflection of you.
Are
Like,
you
what do
jealous?
you
yeah, I
bother
was too
me for?
respectful. That wasn't
Yeah,
ADHD. I
you
was just
were more
extra
respectful than I was.
respectful."
See, I used to get in trouble because you could call me too skinny or whatever you wanted to call me. I always had some kind of comeback. It didn't matter who you were. I could just get smacked in my mouth because,
Yeah,
okay, you want to make fun of me? Let's make fun of each other together. Let's go ahead. We could make this
yeah.
a match. Let's go. We could keep on going until you get angry and spank me and then you just not talking to me no more. It's
You
fine.
remember back in the day they used to
Yeah,
say
I was respectful to a fault.
your mama jokes.
Mm-hmm.
How disrespectful
Yeah.
they was, so
Mm-hmm.
it was real
Yeah,
ugly back
no.
in the day. It was real ugly. They ain't
Yeah, people would
experiencing that
say,
too
"Your
much now.
mama?" I was like, "You met her? Have you met her? Okay, no problem. You can say it to her face. Say it to her face. Say it to her face. Cause I know my mama. It's fine. Go ahead, say it.
Yeah.
She's so nice and okay. All right, go ahead. Say it to my mama's face. That's fine.
People didn't
Do it.
really say yo
I dare
mama to
you."
me because I was a fighter. So
Keisha, did anybody
they
say
only
you
had like one or two times to say yo mama before I
I
was
grew
dragging
up in
somebody across
Florida.
the
All we did
sidewalk.
was talk about people mamas.
Yeah, don't talk
Grandmamas
about my
Right?
mama. Not
too.
to me. Not to me.
Every
Don't
day.
even look, you could talk about me all day. We can make fun of each other, but don't say your mama. Cause that's cause for me dragging you
I was
across the
born
sidewalk and
and
we
raised
could have
in
it out.
Florida.
But I don't fight anymore. But when I was younger,
Nobody's
I'll do
mama
that.
was safe. Nobody's mama was safe.
It's true
Grandmama
though. In
wasn't safe
Florida,
either. We
nobody's
didn't
mama is
care.
safe.
I'm trying to,
Only
that's
reason
just Florida.
that
That's just Florida. I don't,
yeah.
to this day.
That's why I said like
That's why there's so many
that's
good
how that's
fighters
I'll be
here.
like, say it to her face. Say it to
A
her
lot of good
face.
scrappers come out of
Do it.
Florida for sure.
oh God, I
You
can't
have to.
wait.
Yeah,
You got to know how to
that's true.
scrap.
I mean, not nowadays, because
Yeah.
nowadays
Now we're too
people when they
grown.
say people when they say you want to fight, you be like, oh, you want to fight? They be like, I meant debate. Oh, okay, you better say debate.
I know you got to
See, it must have
specify.
been, what I
We talking to
realized?
Florida folks.
Okay, down south is your mama. Up north it's like you so ugly and dot 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 so on and so
Oh,
forth.
yeah, that's true.
I'm
That's
realizing that.
true.
I'm just thinking. I'm like,
I think you're right. I think you're onto
up
something.
north
I
you
Yeah.
don't
so
think I ever
I
ugly.
realized
Your
that.
mama had to
we
leave
were
you
in
at the bus stop or
we
something.
were in a very non-melanated community up north. So we didn't experience that up north.
Y'all missed out then, because I'm not going to lie. Some of them jokes was fun. Sometimes we had the best time
New
just
York,
roasting,
New York.
cracking on
I
each
was
other.
little. I
Ah,
remember.
ah, we come up with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I was a little bit of a stick in the mud because I would listen to the Yo Mama jokes here and I'd be like, that's mean. That's very
You
mean.
don't even
I
know
don't
her
like that.
mother.
I've seen her mom. Her mom's really pretty. I don't know what you're talking about. Like it's just what you're talking about Miss Stephanie? Miss
Oh
Stephanie
my
Miss
God.
Stephanie is really nice. I don't think you should talk about her like that.
This is true. This is true.
The
I
stuff I got made
I was
fun of
not
was
in
more
that
for
in
my
that in that
skin
life.
color and for being Haitian because apparently being Haitian wasn't cool when we were growing up and we used to get in some serious
Yeah.
arguments because you can't tell me I'm not Haitian. I'm a proud Haitian. I've always been a proud Haitian. And people used to be like, you can't be Haitian. Your hair is curly. You can't be Haitian. You too bright. You can't be Haitian. Look at your eyes. And we'd be like, we are Haitian. Both my parents Haitian. And it would just be a whole argument, especially in middle school. And in particular, there was this
You don't
one
look Haitian.
beautiful dark skinned girl who used to always, even if I asked for, let's say I asked for lotion, she'd be like, bright skinned people don't get ashy. Or anything I said always went to my bright yellow skin. Cause
High
apparently I'm
yellow,
yellow. Yeah, I was called high yellow,
High
red
or
yellow.
some
and
people
Uh-huh.
call
high
me
yellow.
sunshine. You know,
Oh,
I actually ended up getting the nickname sunshine for a while because somebody tried to say it as an insult and I was like, thank you. And it ended up sticking. So for a while, people would call me sunshine.
Marquisha called me
I don't care.
orange. Marquisha called me orange.
A
Markeisha.
beautiful orange though.
A beautiful, like
She
when
did.
the sun is setting orange, right? Like when the sun set and it's orange, and that's what I have
So
meant.
in high school, I used to get really crazy suntans to where I literally look like dark burnt orange.
Did you look
Like
like
my
Donald Trump?
suntans evened out to
No,
like
no,
dark
no. Now you're
burnt
taking it too far.
orange.
Now you went too far.
I what?
Was you
We don't
Did
even.
I what? What'd she say?
She
was you
talking about
Donald
the
Trump
orange and
orange?
cheese. How about did you ever look like
Oh.
Donald Trump? Now you
Was
now
you
you're
on
going too
Donald Trump
far.
orange?
Isn't
You're
that
taking it too
sprays
far.
or something?
My orange was natural. My orange was natural. Mine was orange undertones. Like
Yeah, not Cheeto
mine was
cheese
orange
orange,
undertones. Like not
not Cheeto
baked.
dust orange.
I'm
I wasn't
sorry.
I didn't want to say that, but it was a more natural hue. I'll
God.
say that. It was like a
Oh,
brownish
I'm
orange.
sorry, I couldn't
So yeah,
resist.
but she used to call me orange.
In the most loving and the most loving, sweetest way possible. Is how I meant it and said it.
But you know, sometimes the
I
best
feel
way to
like she
deal
was
with
making fun of me
insults.
because she's always had that beautiful dark skin. She's always had that beautiful dark skin. All that beautiful
But your
Looking
skin
like
is
a
ebony
chocolate
beautiful
glory
goddess.
too.
all the time.
Your
She's
skin
looking
has
like a
always
chocolate
been
goddess.
All the
beautiful.
time.
When you were tan and when you were in the winter months, your skin has always been beautiful.
Oh
But
my
you know,
God.
Always.
sometimes the best way to deal with
Thank you.
insults is to say something back like, thank you. I didn't know I was yellow, but that's a beautiful color. You know, I used to get people like that all the time. They try and insult me, be like, "You too skinny," and I'm like, "You right. I need to eat. You got some food?" They be so baffled. They be like, "What?" I'm like, "My auntie said the same thing. You got some chips?" They look all dumbfounded, like I don't even know what to keep saying.
Yeah,
But
just took all the bite out of them.
girls in particular were really mean, especially because we had really long hair when we were young.
They were jealous.
I
Hmm.
I actually, that's one of the things that I actually have not kept. As soon as I got old enough, I cut my hair off because of how people treated me with long hair when I was younger. And now I'm thinking about growing out because, you know, my man, he wants me to grow it out. So I'm still debating, but I haven't had it long since I was 12. As soon as my mama said I could cut it, it went to my shoulders. It's a little bit longer than my shoulders now, probably about like right here maybe, but it's a lot to deal with because it's so curly and, you know, it gets tangled. But back then,
Dude.
I could not take it
Like
being
shrinkage
long
is
because people would
real.
pull on it and just people all up in your hair because you're black with long hair. Like
They was
that's not supposed to
envious.
happen.
Envious and jealousy. And to be honest with you, you know what we
Yeah.
are adult teenagers because we still dealing with the same situations that we were dealing with in high school. You got a lot of envious and jealous women to this day that's just very mean and hateful spirited towards, towards each other. So and we didn't know that growing up. I mean, in high school. Now we know it, and we can turn a blind eye to it or ignore it. But y'all was probably so gorgeous and beautiful long hair that it kind of blew their mind like, who they think they are walking around here, with their little curly hair and bright skin and all that stuff. So they had, and it's just ugly. Just real
And it
ugly.
was just really hurtful for people to always tell us because we used to get this all the time. Y'all not black.
Oh God.
I'm like,
Oh
what
yeah.
am I?
Yeah,
You
that
gotta
all the
be
time.
mixed. Mixed with
You're not
what?
black.
Both my parents are black.
Yeah.
My father came from Capa Aesye, and my mother came from Port-au-Prince. They both black,
But
from
you're
what I
talking to
know.
people that have never been out of the United States, so you know.
So my
That
father is
part.
this beautiful dark skinned man. I mean, he won't tell you he's my father, but he is this beautiful dark skinned man, Henry Preble. And my mother is she's this gorgeous darker skin as well. And we just happen to come out lighter because my grandmother's lighter. So it's life, you know,
That
and what could we do growing up but either fight about it or accept it? I've always loved myself regardless. I used to tell Jessica all the time, F those people. Who cares what
That's
they
right.
think?
Yeah.
So sometimes it gotta be like that. Like you can't always listen to what other people say. You gotta look in the mirror and be like, damn, I look good. Man. Even somebody mentioned some of my wrinkles lately and I said, you know how old I am? Of course I got wrinkles. I'm 42 years old.
Why are they
I'm
all up
proud
in
of
your
my little
face
bit of
looking at your
wrinkles.
wrinkles, first of all?
They were somebody thought I was my daughter's grandmother. And when I
Somebody
was
was
like, well,
on.
that's my
she
daughter,
keeps
they were like,
saying
oh,
that.
sorry, you have wrinkles.
Oh,
She keeps
Was this
Okay.
saying that.
person bi? Was this somebody like a 4-year-old?
No,
I don't
she
understand.
generally she's just a younger girl. She was at one of the classes and she's one of the teachers in one of the places and she just really thought I was a grandmother and I was like, okay,
okay, so it's a little baby. Okay, I thought it was like an
yeah.
adult. Yeah.
Nah, it was a little girl. Just I'm sorry, it's just you have wrinkles. Yeah, I do. I do. You're right, and I'm gonna get more as she gets older. It's fine.
And gray hair.
Oh, I have plenty of gray hair. You can't see it as much as I would like. I can't wait till I have that strip. I've been waiting for that strip. I'm just waiting for it to come. Please, it's so distinguished looking. Give me some gray hair.
Can we talk about what we think? I can't remember if we did it in another episode or not, but what we think to be sexy in a man. Can we just like 1 or 2 minutes?
Just
Autumn,
say,
give us your wish list, babe. Just go ahead, put your wish list out. We
What's your wish list?
they
What you
listening,
if
guys.
you writing to God
Guys,
about what you want in a man, what you putting on your list?
Oh God,
mm,
the list is so long.
I like a man that can cook and dance. Mm.
got that right. Y'all can't write that right. She wanted to be long.
Serenade
Go ahead.
me,
Yes.
twirl me
I saw
around,
it.
and
I
make me
saw
a
it.
You
good
got to
I
be
saw
steak.
it.
long.
I like a man with
I
a
Yeah.
saw it.
long list.
Girthy. It's a girthy list.
Mm.
A girthy
Go ahead,
list.
Autumn. No, go ahead. We hear you. Go ahead.
Oh God, well, he got to be confident like myself, you know?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Self-confidence. Exude it, live it, be it. Because we got a lot of people walking this earth that are not confident in themselves. They want to look like somebody else other than themselves. And that goes for men and women. Everybody wants to look like somebody else other than themselves. For starters, your mannerisms. You treat yourself well and you know how to treat a lady. Sexy inside and out, intelligent, and a man with a sexy masculine voice that know how to
Mm.
tower over.
Oh, just hey, baby. Sorry, my man got a deep voice.
That
I know
deep
how that's
voice.
like. Yes, baby. Mm. Talk to me dirty.
It's so weird. I've been around Fair and Mike for 20 years, right? Like it's been like 20 years.
It
And
hasn't
I
been that
love a deep
long.
voice. It's been 20 years. I knew him since you started messing with him. So it's been 20 years.
I mean, I guess
Can't
before I
remember. It's
moved to
been so long.
Cali, so we
Yeah.
hadn't
I
seen
knew
each
him
other for a few
before you
years,
moved
and
to
we got
Cali.
back together.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I've known him for 20 years and y'all have been together for like 15. So like Mike is my brother. Mike is literally my brother. I love a deep voice. Mike's voice does not register for me. Like it does not register as a deep voice. And it's funny because like sometimes if I call him, he'll be on the phone, he'll just have woken up and I'm like, I can't hear you, your voice is too deep, whatever, blah blah blah. But it doesn't register on the scale. He's just like a brother. He's just like
Yeah.
he's family.
Yeah.
Because
But
you've heard it so much that
I
it.
hear
She hears her
Mm.
brother.
yeah, he's literally my brother. He's literally he doesn't register on that scale for me. But there's somebody else who I have a voice note from when like I played it by mistake the other day and like chills ran up my back. I was like, oh nope, I'm on my way to work. I don't need them problems. Like
Mm.
no.
Should have just called out.
No. I need
You
How
should have
about
called
how
out
about
instead
a
of going to
man who
work.
that's the
knows how to
problem.
work with his
Get up that
hands?
man.
Yes,
Oh my
Oh,
yes.
god.
I
What
love
is
a
it
Oh,
man
like?
can you
with
change your own
Yes.
tire? That's so sexy.
Yes.
He doesn't have
Oh.
to, but if he knows
No, he
how, that's
does.
good enough.
He
But
does.
I
He has to
appreciate
know
when
how.
you do it on your own. I don't mind if you go to a shop because you don't have the time. But if you have the time and you change it in front of me, oh, just wait till you get upstairs.
or they can
Thank,
be used
So,
for
thank you
good
for fixing
cooking.
on the car.
He can use those nice hands for good
yeah,
cooking.
Oh, I don't mind.
you know what?
One of
I
my
like a
favorite
guy
things when
who
I was
truly works
pregnant
with
was
his
him
hands.
cooking.
What
Yes,
what about
I
you,
mean, oh,
Markeisha?
I got you.
What's
I don't even mind if a guy
just
doesn't
one, just
cook,
one. Come on, come on,
but when a
come on.
guy works with his hands, when he does like mechanical stuff, and when he had I myself like to work with my hands. So when I get with a guy who truly knows how to work with his hands, like who when you have really strong hands and then you do really fine detail work, I'm like, okay,
Are the
I
hands
love a
okay,
got
man that could put a
calluses on them?
cabinet together. Get out
okay.
your tools. That's so
Wait.
sexy.
What'd you say, Keisha? I couldn't hear you.
I was just saying when those hands have some calluses on them.
The calluses are next level. If a guy doesn't have calluses on
I
his
actually don't
hands, I don't
mind
know
not
that I
having
could date him.
calluses.
I don't mind them
I
not
actually,
having calluses, but I do
I do.
yeah,
appreciate strong calloused hands. I appreciate them.
I
I
My
kind
baby's
of
actually
still
like,
mind when
working.
they
Let me
don't
get
have
him
so,
some
You know what?
calluses.
water.
That would be something
Let
I
me
need
make
to
sure.
experience. Maybe I've been messing with too many soft-handed men.
no, because soft
That's
hands
Yeah.
feel good too, especially when they wear gloves when they
Mhm.
working, and then they put the powder
Sure.
in the gloves to keep their hands soft, and then when they touch you, it's
Mhm.
all gentle, and it's just, dear Jesus.
See, I like the
Yes.
dichotomy of a gentle touch with rough hands.
Thank you.
Like you got the callous
Yeah,
hands, knowing you don't put in that work, and then you about to put in some work. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
I
What she
like it.
said.
I like it. Huh?
I said exactly what you
You've
said.
never
That's it.
Autumn, you haven't experienced a guy with like calloused hands?
not
Oh,
really.
girl. Oh,
Really?
girl.
That it
You need
is
a
definitely
hardworking
something.
man that comes
I'm
and
gonna
builds your
tell you right
cabinet and then
now
takes you to the
Uh,
bedroom.
that a
forget
calloused
my
hand
little Santa
caress feels
Claus.
different.
Y'all hear that? She wants a
Put it
secret Santa. What y'all up for?
It's on your list. But write to
Yes.
Santa Claus and let them know I've
I'm
been
looking
naughty this
for
year
my
and I need
secret
you to
Santa.
come and help me out. I want to be more naughty
Mm.
before next year comes.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
yeah.
Jess and I need our
Mm-hmm.
secret Santas.
I
Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. But I like it though.
and we're not
I
like
like
you
it.
and Farrah. Y'all already got like your stocking is hanging up with your name on it.
Yes. Yes.
Like you
Got
already got stuff in
candy
your stocking.
canes
You
and
just
everything
waiting to
in it.
go through it.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm here for it though. I do support y'all. Y'all be as nasty as you want. Go
So
ahead. I
Y'all
like
go
it.
ahead and drop those comments below. Who wants to be a secret Santa?
And I'm very naughty. Very naughty.
very nice.
Hey, and if you
I
nice,
am.
you might be open to the whip. I love a man who likes to have fun in the bedroom. I don't want to just do missionary
Yes.
every time.
Yes.
I
That is
want
a
you to
requirement.
play games with me. And, there's board games for that. There's different, I like role playing. I
Oh,
like all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to be restricted
mm,
and or made to feel bad that, oh, you nasty. That's the whole point, baby.
I don't
Like,
want no
come
vanilla
on.
love. I don't like vanilla love. I'm tired of vanilla. I want the chocolates and all the intertwined. Yes, I'm like Farrah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like Farrah. Mhm.
I want to try
A
some
man who could
things. I
take
want to
charge.
try
I
some
don't want to be
things.
the dominant one in the bedroom. I mean, sometimes I do, but for the most part, you could take over.
That's
Go
why
ahead.
Yeah.
I need a strong man to just twirl me around, flip me over, and
Like,
have me hanging from the chandeliers.
Oh
That's what I
my
want,
God.
Santa.
Yes.
and that's why I'm in the gym. I want a guy who be in the gym so that when he need to lift, he already got that functional strength. Like he needs functionals. I don't need those gym arms that they they look real nice but they can't lift nothing.
I
You know
know.
how
Like, what you there
like
for?
those dudes who are like, whoa, and then they're lifting a suitcase and they're like, nah.
That
Nah, I need a
Sorry, it's
dude
nothing
with
to laugh at.
functional strength. It is something to laugh at because why you got all the muscles for? What do you
yeah.
have all those muscles for if you can't lift nothing? Like, please, I
That's a
need a dude who
fraud.
has
Maybe they were
Functional
just born
strength.
muscular. I have natural muscles. I
Triggering a
don't work
frog.
out.
They
You don't have no
perpetrating a
natural
fraud.
muscle. You got natural impressions.
That's right. They look muscular until you touch them, then they all
They
soft.
look right. You look like where muscles would be if you went to the gym, and that's normal for people who are smaller. But you got all the big hard muscles, and your limit is 50 pounds. Like you can't put nothing on the bar.
50 pounds.
Hey, what you doing?
Nobody's been 50 pounds since they was like 10 years old. I'm not even 50
Look,
pounds.
God.
that's what I'm
Oh
saying.
God.
You go to the gym and you can't put nothing on the bar. You just got to do
Oh,
bar by
dear.
yourself. But that's
I walk around like this.
you ain't got no functional strength. You can't do nothing. Nah. So
Hmm.
I
Well,
need
see,
to do
that's why they
with
should be
some
going ahead and
functional
fixing their
strength.
tires and putting stuff together. That helps you do some stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I want to do with some calluses and functional strength.
Okay.
Obviously, I have a type.
I need a callous hand. Okay.
Obviously, I have a type.
Callous hand.
Calluses, functional strength. I need to do with a deep voice and somebody decisive.
I
When
Yes.
I
guess I
tell
do
you,
like being
like,
fun sized because I've never
yes,
had a man that can't lift me.
And a
What?
good moral
That's
compass.
that's baffling. But even
good
when I
moral
was
compass.
chunkier,
Yes,
even when I was chunky, because I've been bigger before. I've always been able to be flipped. I didn't know like, there are men
You
like
know what
that.
also I think is sexy in a man? And honestly, it's probably sexy in everybody. Somebody that doesn't like everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Yes.
don't like
that
you
Not
just like
friendly to everybody.
everybody.
Golly.
Anybody can get it. You're
That's a
not
turn
choosy,
off.
selective at all.
Have no boundaries.
I like somebody that has, like Autumn said, a good moral compass, right? They are
Yeah.
selective. They have discernment.
Yes.
I'm like,
Mhm.
that is sexy.
Sexy as hell. I mean,
Mm.
Janet Jackson can
You be
walk by
standing
butt
on
ass
business.
naked and you won't blink an eye. I mean,
I
you
mean,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would blink. I would blink a
Janet
couple of times.
Jackson.
Like, okay,
look.
hold on.
I here's the
Okay.
here's the difference though. I'm okay with like you glancing.
oh
If a girl
God.
walked by and she her thinging, glance because
Everybody's
you're a
gonna
normal human
glance.
being
Yeah, it's nothing wrong
and
with
she did
that.
her thing, right?
It's nothing wrong with
It's
that
okay to
because
glance. But you
we
you
all
turn
ain't
around like
dead.
this?
Yes,
Like you
that's
turn around all like
disrespectful.
this?
The
No.
fuck?
No.
Well, I
No.
can't
Yeah.
lie though.
So,
But you
One of
different,
the things
Farrah.
that
Don't
I like is looking at women with you with my man. I like to
So
look at
I can
both.
relate. And
I'm not
honestly,
dipping or anything. Just so, baby, you see
there's
this?
no
Baby,
harm in
look,
looking.
baby.
I do the same thing.
I think
I do
that
the same thing with
that's
my husband.
different
I'm
though.
like,
If
Alex,
y'all are looking together, that's one
that's
thing. But
fine. Yeah,
you
that's
standing
that's
right next to him
nothing.
and he goes, ooh, and you just standing there?
Mm.
I think that's two different things. I feel like
I
it's two
second
different
yeah,
things.
it's
Keisha.
not
I
sexy.
second Keisha. I want everything what she just said on my Santa list. Those are requirements. What Keisha had, yeah, those are added to
Yes.
my list because
And she deserves it.
those are more important, to be honest with you, than the physicality of a human
Yeah.
being.
Mm.
More important than the physicality of a human being, and we could fall so fast for the physicality of somebody, but if they ain't got nothing up here or in here, they ain't worth your time.
Me and
Yeah.
Jessica were
And
actually talking about this. There's nothing sexier than a man who gives you his time, who actually has the time
yeah.
to spend with you. Cause he can't just be like, "Oh, I couldn't text you back, I couldn't call you back, or I couldn't give you the time of day, except for when I feel like it." He
It
has to
sounds like what you're
respect your
describing is
time
intention.
and give you the time, not because you asked for it, but because he actually wants to.
They're being
Yeah.
He
intentional.
should want to be like, baby, we doing something tonight?
Intentional. Yeah.
Yeah, baby, hey, can I spend time with you? That is so sexy, dear Jesus. You mean you want to spend
Yeah.
time with me? A little on me. Come on over here. Yes, I'll give you all my
It really
time.
is.
And you
There's
know what we're
nothing better
doing?
than a dude who voluntarily does that.
We're
Hmm.
naming non-physical attributes of what's sexy. So it don't have to be the physical all the time. It can be characters,
Yeah.
the character that makes up a person, non-physical attributes that we also consider sexy, you know?
Hmm.
Like for
Hmm.
instance,
Different
Yeah.
set.
I think for me, having I'm kind-hearted is another sexy attribute that I have, which is non-physical, So it don't always have to be physical attributes. It could be other attributes that makes you who you
Yeah.
are, sexy as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I know you'll agree with this one, Autumn. One of the sexiest things that a man could do is to listen to you over his mom.
People,
Don't sit there and always say, well, my mom said, my mom said,
Oh,
my mom said,
you're nuts.
bruh, can you think for yourself?
no, they
But
can't.
when a man's like, well, baby, what's your opinion?
Yes,
What do you want me to do for you? Did you just ask my opinion? That's
a
so
man with his own
sexy.
mind. A man with his own mind. Period. It ain't got to be mama. It ain't got, it's so many different influences out there in the world. You
That's
got to have
true.
your
Please don't
own
ask your best friend.
mind. Period. And that goes across the board for
I
women
mean,
and men.
have your circle that you can talk to when you have, some thoughts in your mind that you need to get out, and then you need to, but hopefully that person is somebody who has a good moral compass, somebody who can talk you through it and give you the real thought process behind it, and not just be a yes man. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. She was tripping. Yeah, you right the whole time. Not that.
Well,
Like
Mhm.
the
somebody
reason
who's
why I end
actually
up
going to
feeling
talk through
this
it with
way,
you.
if you remember, my ex-husband's mother was really, really into our lives, and we really couldn't do anything without her say so. And even when we tried to pull away, she would just pull us back, and it was always what she wanted. And that makes it
Yeah.
difficult for a relationship to thrive. Because at the end of the day, his mama
Yeah.
is not in your relationship. I think that if you respect his mama, you can get her opinion on certain things. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it should be between you and your man, not you, your man and his cousin, not you, your man and his sister, not you, your man and his whoever. The important
Oh yeah.
conversations should be between you two.
So the say so, the actual actions that you take should be based upon an agreement between you and your partner. But if they do have,
Hmm.
especially some behaviors that they're taking care of, or they're angry about something, they should have somebody that they can talk to and talk it out, and that they can like truly get those feelings out, who's not a yes man.
Well, that's
Who's like,
different.
all right, well,
That's
why did that
different.
happen? Let's talk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they should be able to talk through it with somebody. Your choices in relationships should be based upon you and your partner.
Hmm.
But one other thing that I think that is, I don't think I could date somebody without it, wittiness. Somebody who I can have like witty banter with.
I
I
mean,
can't
maybe
do
not
without
Yes.
it.
date, but they
Like
give
I
I
some
can't.
love
good though.
that. That is sexy.
Like
Somebody that has a sense of humor
I
and a
can't I can't do
personality.
without
Yeah.
it. Like if a guy who's just like real dry, or they're like, or always serious all the time, or always trying to be funny all the time but really doesn't hit the mark. Like they've got to have some like intelligently witty
They
banter.
have to
Oh
have
yeah, somebody
good
can just giggle you
personality.
right out of out of your drawers, easy.
Say it again.
Somebody can giggle you out of your drawers, easy.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
laugh me right out of
Good
my pit.
Oh
conversation.
girl,
He was so funny, and now we in the
I
bed.
haven't
Oh
been
my
giggled out
god.
of my drawers, but I've been close. I was like, "Oh, you almost got me. You almost
Yo,
got
look,
me." Like,
And I think this one
no,
came about
no,
as I got
yeah,
older. There's nothing sexier than a man who knows God. I
Autumn,
love when a man knows God. I don't want a man that
Autumn.
doesn't know God.
I
I'm a
never
godly
needed.
woman and I love him knowing God as well. If he doesn't know God, that pretty much
right.
I can't.
I don't know. There's some fake
So I
Christians
think
out
that
there,
that
so
kind of goes hand in hand
I'm
with
kind
being
of
a
iffy on that.
protector.
Well, see, for me, it's I'm in a
Yeah.
relationship and I know my man loves God, and that to me, that's sexy. I don't want to raise our daughter without knowing God. So I can't be with a man that doesn't know God. And God forbid we ever split up or something happens and he can't be around. The next man I get with will still know God because my daughter
But
won't be raised around somebody who doesn't know God.
I'm side-eyeing folks that's real that tries to walk that path and they don't walk that path. They talk it but don't walk it. So for me, I mean, yes, give me a spiritual man. Yes, I would love to have a spiritual man. You know, he's
Mhm.
one with himself and he's one with God and has, like I said, a good moral compass. Because you got a lot of people they say that they walk with God, but they don't act like they walk with God.
I mean, me
Agreed.
myself,
So
I
couldn't
was
date a guy
lost
who
for a
who
long
doesn't.
time. And
Huh?
I'm just getting back into God the way I should be. So I can't knock anybody who's not fully into God. But as long as you're on that journey to try, or you're you actually believe in God and you're trying to figure it out. That's okay. But if you're an atheist, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I just can't. I
I
can't.
couldn't date a guy who doesn't believe in God. I think it is like top tier protection for a man to pray for me. So if you praying for me to be prosperous and for our relationship to be better and for both of us to have like discernment and to walk with God for me to be protected when I'm away from you, for you to become a better protector because I'm in your life and all yes.
Mm.
I like
Yeah,
I
because
do think
I'm
that
not
that
where I
makes
need to
him
be just
like
yet.
sexy to me.
So I can't knock them. But as long as you at least
Yeah.
believe in God, we can work with it. You know?
Yeah,
Emotional
I couldn't date
intelligence
an
is important
atheist.
too. Emotional
Yes.
int
That's a big one.
Emotional
Well,
emotional
that's
intelligence is
hard for me
huge.
because I'm not that emotionally intelligent.
well,
I'm still learning
I get
myself.
it. I get
I'm
it.
on that journey. For someone like me who has
but
ADHD, it's
but
already difficult.
but look, you're a woman. You're probably more emotionally intelligent than the average man. That's not even that's not
I
even
don't know. I might
relevant.
have a temper like the average man, though. I've been told I'm kind of manly before, which is okay. It's okay. But, here's
Average
the
men
thing with
are
emotional
tending to become
intelligence.
more emotionally intelligent.
You have to be on the same level or getting better than the other person, in my opinion, because I'm not fully emotional intelligent. I can't expect him to be fully emotional intelligent. You know what I mean? So if we're on the journey together, that's fine. If you're trying to get better, that's fine. But I can't expect somebody to be something I'm not. So that's why I said I'm not expecting him to be fully into God. I'm not expecting him to be like, I don't sin, I don't do this, I don't do that. No, I'm on a journey
I
myself
mean,
to
we all
be
sin.
as godly as I can be. I'm a sinner. I know I'm a sinner. And I'm trying to be a better person, but I'm not there yet. And I want to get there. But the same is true for my emotional intelligence because my temper, dear Jesus, it's something else. Like, I know that I'm not where I need to be, especially for my age. I didn't realize because all my life I've been so happy go lucky. And I've just pretty much skated by with however I am. And it took me having a child to realize that I'm not emotionally intelligent. To be like, I mean, I'm trying to teach her, but I don't even know this. Oh, I get temper tantrums. No wonder why she gets temper tantrums too. Oh, so I can't be like, hey, you need to be where I'm not for me. So you're emotionally intelligent. So I understand that's why what you need. But a lot of women, they set these standards and they're like, this is what I'm looking for when they're not even where they need to be. They're like, oh, I need a man who makes some good
I would
money.
agree.
What are you making? Like $10,000? And you want a
Agree.
man that makes 90? Huh, huh. If you're not where you need to be, why you expect him to be? Y'all can grow together. Now that's sexy, growing together and both of you making the effort. But if you expecting a man to be better than you and you not doing what you're supposed to do, a woman who sits there and doesn't cook or clean, and then she's like, well, he needs to do this and he needs to do that. Well, how can he do his manly duties if you're not doing your womanly duties? I just don't get it. Where did you think that he was gonna come from?
So
Did
just
you think that he was
I
gonna
do want to
come from the
put
store?
in there that they're like not everybody sees manly and womanly duties as a specific thing or one or the other.
Yes,
I do
that's
think
true.
that
That's true.
I do think that there is something there to say I don't think that you need to be on the same at the same place as your partner. I do think that you need to complement each other. So I don't think that you have to make the same amount of money as somebody, but you should be able to complement them and say, all right, well, I know about how to financially advance us. If you make 120,000 and I only make 80,000, and we are living at the same level, then here are some ways where we could put that together and then financially advance together, right? So I think that it's more about complementing each other than having to be on exactly the same level.
I mean,
So
I know that because I don't work. So obviously I don't make any money. He makes all the money.
yeah. Well,
So
not just financially, but in different aspects. Even if so I feel like I'm emotionally intelligent, but there are aspects that I don't think about from a man's perspective. And so when I've had conversations about like, "Hey, what is your perspective on this?" and then my mind is opened up, I'm like, "Oh wow, I never thought of it like that." That is the compliment. It complements my thought process. I'm not on the same level here, and then I get opened up to here. And financially, I'm decent, but at the same time, I had conversations of, oh, okay, these are ways to invest and to like multiply your money. And these are ways to do this. This is a way to do this. regardless of what part of the relationship it is, I don't think being, so we talk about being equally yoked. I don't think that means to be at the same level as somebody. I think that is to complement somebody. So I pick up where you lack and you pick up where I lack. And then we're able to balance each other on the scales. Make sense? And then
That does
we
make
both end up
sense.
going up.
And I'm not saying that you have to be equally yoked, but what I'm saying is you can't always have high standards for someone else when you don't have high standards for yourself. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. 100%. You should have high standards for yourself. Now those high
Yeah.
standards, are those high standards the exact same thing as you have for someone else? Maybe not, because they
Yeah,
are
because some
of a
women, they're
different,
like, I'm not going to work, but they expect the man to work. And you can't have that expectation if you're not even willing to do it. I'm willing to work. I worked for years. I worked my butt off. I worked 3 jobs. I was making it work for myself. And we talked about me being a stay-at-home mom. That's how I ended up being a stay-at-home mom and not working. But it was a decision we came to together. Like you said, we complemented each other with that. And
Mhm.
so we've been together for a long time. So it might be a little bit different with us because we have grown in some areas together. We figured out some stuff
Yeah.
together. We definitely didn't know we had ADHD together, but you
Well,
know,
I just don't want
you
to yuck
do
somebody's
different
yum.
stuff as you
If
grow.
somebody is looking for somebody that wants a stay-at-home wife, then it's okay. If you're like, I only make $8,000 a year, I want a guy who makes
Wait, y'all.
$150,000 a
The
year,
conversation is
whatever.
becoming
You know.
unsexy now. Come on. You're killing my
Oh, see,
buzz.
this is
So
stuff
what
that
do
I
we
find sexy.
Okay?
I find it sexy
It's
when a man
turning
is able
unsexy
to.
now.
I like a provider, and I don't think about, I think being a provider is sexy. And I'm not talking about financial. When he is like able to provide for me, to be in like my mental space, he's
There you
able
go.
to allow that space for me to be
Who I am.
more soft and feminine and who I am, and be like really wild and crazy, and we're driving somewhere and I feel comfortable to be like, ain't nobody else on the road. Um and
And so,
ain't
and for
nobody
me,
else
that's
out
me being
here,
rough because I'm rough,
you know and
you know?
and if I feel comfortable to do that and he's providing that space for me,
Oh,
look,
yes.
yes.
Yes, I concur.
110%.
And that's why there's
Like,
different levels of sexy for different people. You know,
Yeah.
people look for different stuff in different people, and sometimes they set unrealistic expectations of what they think is sexy. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow and figure it out as you go. Cause I didn't know back in the day, I never would have thought my man was this sexy. You know, I just was doing my own thing. But as we grew together, he became sexier and sexier until even though sometimes we look at people's forms, I don't dream about anybody anymore. He's the
oh,
only person I dream about. He's the only person I fantasize about. Like back in the day, I used to have all these different fantasies in my head, but now I can't imagine having a fantasy about somebody else because I just love him that much. And to me, that's sexy because I've never loved somebody to this degree. And that in itself makes it sexy for me. And
that's
hopefully, you know, some
fantastic
women out
there.
there find
For
somebody
the
like that.
rest of us,
You're gonna find somebody like that. I know it. I know it.
maybe.
Autumn
I mean,
too.
if that's what
There's
God has for
somebody
me,
watching this
sure.
video that's just like, oh, I need y'all. I need y'all in my life. Or even you gonna go to a grocery store and drop an apple and he gonna pick it up for you. You gonna, damn.
I'm so sorry I dropped my apple. Can you reach it for
You
I am
know,
me?
not bending at
that,
the
I'm
waist.
y'all remember
so
the
dead.
movie Clueless?
Oh, goodness.
And I know there's somebody
I
out
was
there for
just telling
y'all.
somebody yesterday that I need to actually start getting out, because what I want is for God to send somebody to my bedroom, not even just to my house, cuz I don't know, I don't even be downstairs like that. I need, like, what's going to happen is God got to send somebody to like break into my window. And I need to immediately pray about it and be like, God, is that you? Because either I'm about to die, or you just answered my prayers, because this is where I'm at. So you sent him to me. Apparently you was like, you ain't gonna go nowhere, so I gotta send him to you. So
Go to
if
Home
that
Depot.
thief is my future husband, then let
Go to
me
Home Depot
know
and look at
immediately.
used. Just go to Home Depot
I do
and
go
be
to Home
right in.
Depot. My problem is that I don't pay attention to people when I'm out. So like if I'm in Home Depot, there could be like Tyson
Well, Keisha,
Beckford could be
Keisha,
in there
we're
with
going to need you to
LL
take a
Cool
special
J, and
flight
what is
to
that gentleman?
Florida. Keisha, we're
Huh?
going to need
Okay.
you to take a special
Yeah.
flight to Florida
Okay.
to
I'm
help
on
her
Yeah.
it.
out for the
I'm
week
on
or
What
it.
is that?
weekend to help
The
Yeah,
her,
guy, the
okay?
yeah.
doctor guy.
I
We're
The
gotta
guy
go.
tasking
who's a
you.
doctor on
I am
TV.
tasking you
Okay.
to go help her
No,
because
that's fair. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Who's
do it.
that
I'm
guy
gonna get her.
who's
I'm
the
gonna get her out
doctor
the
on
house.
TV who
she
has
needs
all
She
help.
those
hard
like
headed. You know what I'm
memes?
saying? She don't really be listening, like talking about. So you gotta
Who
sometimes you gotta
what is that
drag her.
guy's name?
Yeah,
Mhm.
for her own good. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. I'm gonna do it.
Oh
yeah.
my
Okay.
'Cause
goodness.
we be
What is
having
that
these
guy's name?
conversations. It's like we
The
talking in
bald
circles.
guy.
She'll be listening.
The bald guy.
We talking in
I'm
circles.
listening, but
So,
I'm trying to figure out
Listening.
the name of this
Keisha,
guy.
look,
The guy who he's a
Keisha, do you
doctor on
hear
TV.
me? Do you hear me, Keisha? Look, you have to be. We're tasking you.
I'm gonna get her.
911 SOS. Okay.
I'm gonna get her.
Okay.
I've been
Okay, I'm
trying to go
coming.
out, but I'm like, I need to
I'm
figure out my
coming.
cry
Okay.
cut.
Okay, I
And
got you.
then maybe sometime
You
next year I
know?
might, need your services on this side of
Oh, I'm
town.
coming. I'm
Okay.
See,
gonna try to do
look,
like a little
look.
twofer. I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead.
This is why I don't
Autumn,
be
I
going
can't
out.
imagine
See
you
how
needing
pretty it
help.
is?
Girl, I need
Look
all
at
the
that.
help I can get.
Look at that. See
I
Autumn, you
that
mean,
staying in the
I
house
tell
that's
too?
my
Jessica that all the
Saturday.
time
Autumn
because
also
I
stay
be
in the
That's
trying to
my
tell
house.
Jessica
Saturday.
how sexy she is. I'm like, you're my sister. Of course you're sexy. What are you talking about? And she don't
Autumn,
listen. But just even knowing you for this last few months, I can't imagine men not throwing themselves at you.
stay in
No.
the house.
That blows my mind. Like, that's
Should be in
why.
the
See,
house.
that's what it is. It's because you
Should
don't
be in
go
the house.
nowhere.
But
I went last
men
weekend.
don't
I did, and
don't
it still
approach
I
don't
like
bet
they
work.
every
used to
time you go to
either.
a gas
No, keep
station, a man just
going.
jump to go ahead and pump your
I
gas.
went to an art gallery and I was looking all sexy and everything and
I know you
none of
were.
and then I'm like, I'm trying though. I'm
Did you
trying.
have a mean
I
mug on your
appreciate
face?
that.
No, look,
Because you
glossed
got to
up,
be approachable.
dolled up. Hi.
It seems very approachable.
So one of the
But
things
see,
that
that
a
one
lot of
art
men used
gallery
to
you went
tell
to, people
me.
had already gone with their wives. Is the thing. It was already booed up.
Yeah, they
So
was
It's
mostly
harder,
booed up.
especially
That
during
part.
the holiday season.
That
Cuffing
part.
season has
Yeah.
already passed. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay.
That part.
Keep going, boo. You keep going out. It's gonna happen.
so one
It's
of the
gonna.
things that men used to tell me made me super sexy is that I don't pay attention, I don't care, and I'm not looking for anything.
Hmm.
So one of the reasons why I always got approached was I would be in my own head. And I know it's because of ADHD now, but I didn't know back then. So just smiling to yourself and be a loss. For some
I
reason, men
do that
think
all the
that's super
time, but then
sexy.
I customer service them when
Don't
they approach
customer
me.
Don't you
service
ever
them.
stop with the customer.
I
Keisha.
can't.
Keisha.
It is
Keisha.
completely normal for me.
Keisha.
A guy
Look,
will
when
approach
someone
me and I'll be
compliments
like,
you, your
"Yes, how
first
can I help
response should
you?"
be thank you.
I
Not
do.
not
I'm like, "Thank
anything.
you."
No, not like a fake
Yes.
thank you.
If
A
I hear you
genuine
I
say
like
do.
something about some
I'm
thank you for
customer
the
genuinely
service,
saying
compliment.
thank
we
you.
gonna have some
I'm
problems.
genuinely saying thank you, but I'm like, "Thank you."
There should be
Don't.
no
Okay.
oh.
Can we
Don't do.
finish? Can we just
Thank
finish this,
Thank
you.
you.
please? This is becoming
Pause.
so
Sometimes I do.
unsexy. I'm so
Okay.
unsexy
Instead of
right
oh,
now.
thank you. Pause and look them up and down. Thank you. You know, you look da 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 da
Oh, don't
yourself.
even
You know
look
what
them
I'm
up. Just
saying?
look into their eyes. Look into their eyes, and then do your mouth real sensual, like And thank you.
I don't know how to do that.
Just go.
We're gonna work on it. It's okay, you guys. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna get. Listen. At the
I don't know
end of
what
the
you
day,
just
though,
said. No.
whoever's meant for you is meant for you, and you don't even have to try too hard. It's gonna be okay. It's just a matter of time, really.
Agreed.
I
When
believe
I
in you.
felt sexy, I haven't had to try that hard. I'm like, it was
Yes.
just like, yeah.
Well,
It's
just
Yeah.
just
do what you
been
say you
like,
do. Hmm.
huh?
Just go by
How
somebody and look at something. It's like, Didn't you say somebody tell you to go into the room when you said, Yeah, that's what you probably got to do. Standing next to a man and
Yeah,
be like,
I've been told my voice, the timbre of my voice is sexy.
Well,
And
there you go.
and funny, that's what's crazy is that I changed my voice for so long, and the reason why I originally changed the timbre of my voice was because I used to work at a call center, and every time I made outbound calls, like I would get asked out and they would tell me that I had a sexy phone voice. And so I changed it so that I changed my voice because my manager said it was not professional. So I went from like a very sexy like phone voice
Your
to
manager sounds like he had the
thank you for
hots for
calling.
you.
How can I help you?
You were jealous.
Yes,
Hmm.
I can
Nah,
certainly
he
help
was
you with
horny
that.
at
Well, no, they listened to they did some call evaluations, and on several calls I got asked out, and Or somebody would stop and be like, "You have a fantastic phone voice." And
I mean,
they were like,
people are just like
"So
that though, because I
you
know that
have
my voice
a"
ain't sexy like that. And I used to get asked out on calls, and I
Yeah,
sound like a little kid because an old lady be like, "Whose phone you playing on?" And then a man would be like, "Ooh, can I get your number?" And I'd be like, "Wait, did that old lady just say I sound like a little kid? So is this a
maybe they were
pedophile? Like,
lolicon.
what's going on?"
They might have been a lolicon.
Oh God, I can't with y'all.
That's just people over the phone.
Alright, so
You can't be changing yourself.
So, on this episode, we talked about what defines sexy. We also talked about things that we find sexy about ourselves and how somebody could feel sexier. We talked about what we like in men that we feel is sexy or attractive. And about the feelings behind feeling sexy, feeling empowered, feeling that sense of self that is a little more than normal. In the comments down below, let us know what you think is sexy, what defines sexy, what things do you find sexy about yourself or the opposite sex, and also what do you think about Autumn's list? uh, Thank you for joining us for another episode of Different Walk Serious Talks. Thank you for being with us throughout this year, and have a happy holiday.